Hello students, welcome back to a new mathematics program for grade 9. Today we are going to talk about probability. Well, this is the second part of a series of 2 videos based on this chapter. Remember that in the first part we talk about probability in the real life. You learn about some key terms related to probability. You learn about the definition of probability. Then you also learn about how to calculate probability in simple situations. So let's see what you're going to learn in this second part. So in this lesson, you will learn about calculating probability in simple problems, the complement of an event. Then you will learn about some facts about probability. So let's begin with an example where we are going to calculate probability. The diagram shows a spinner wheel. The wheel is spun once. What is the probability of the spinner landing on 1? The solution. So here, the sample space will consist of the numbers 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. You can notice that number 1 occurs 4 times, number 2 occurs 1 time, number 3 occurs 1 time, and number 4 occurs 2 times. The total number of possible outcomes is 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2, which is equal to 8. So we have a total number of possible outcomes as 8. The event here is the spinner landing on a 1. The number of favorable outcomes is 4, since we have 4 number 1 in the sample space. So using the formula for probability, we're going to say that probability of having a 1 is equal to number of favorable outcomes to the event divided by the total number of outcomes, which is equal to 4 over 8. Of course, we need to write 4 over 8 in its lowest term, so the answer is half. Number 2, a bag contains 3 blue marbles, 5 red marbles, and 4 yellow marbles. 1 marble is drawn at random from the bag. Find the probability of obtaining a yellow marble. So the sample space here will consist of 3 blue marbles, 5 red marbles, and 4 yellow marbles. The total number of possible outcomes is the total number of marbles in the bag, which is equal to 12. Now our event is obtaining a yellow marble. So number of favorable outcomes is 4, because we have 4 yellow marbles in the sample space. The probability of getting a yellow marble is number of favorable outcomes to the event divided by total number of possible outcomes, which is equal to 4 over 12. Remember that we have 4 yellow marbles and the total number of marbles in the bag is 12. Writing this fraction in its lowest term, we're going to have 1 over 3. Now, students, we are going to talk about complement of an event. Consider the event A. The complement of event A means the event A does not occur. And the complement of the event A is denoted by A dash, as seen on your screen. Let's have a look at some examples on complement of an event. A die is thrown once. Find the probability of obtaining, first part, a square number, second part, a number which is not square. The sample space for throwing a die is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Square numbers from the sample space are 1 and 4. So here we have the total number of outcomes as 6 and number of favorable outcomes as 2. So the probability of having a square number is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of possible outcomes, which is equal to 2 over 6. And this 2 over 6 in its lowest term is 1 over 3. The second part of this question is having a number which is not a square. So from the sample space, numbers which are not square are number 2, number 3, number 5, and number 6. Using total number of outcomes as 6 and number of favorable outcomes as 4, we are going to have the probability of getting a number which is not a square as 4 over 6, which is equal to 2 over 3. Now, if we consider the probability of getting a square number plus probability of getting a number which is not square, we are going to have 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3, which is equal to 1. Since probability of having a square number plus probability of having a number which is not square equal to 1, we can rearrange this formula as probability of having a number which is not a square as 1 minus probability of having a square number. To better understand this statement, let us consider event A as the event of obtaining a square number. So, the event A dash, which we have talked earlier about complement of an event, will be a number which is not a square. Remember that complement of an event is the event not happening. So if the event A is a square number, A dash will be a number which is not square. So probability of A plus probability of A dash equal to 1. Because we have seen probability of having a square number is 1/3 and probability of having a number which is not square is 2/3. 1/3 plus 2/3 is 1. So we're going to conclude that for any event A, probability of A dash equal to 1 minus probability of A. Because whenever we add the probability of the event with the probability of the event not happening, the total must always be 1. Remember that for every event, probability of the event not happening is equal to 1 minus probability the event happening. Probability of A dash equal to 1 minus probability of A. Now let's see how to use this formula. There are 3 red marbles, 2 blue marbles, and 7 green marbles in a bag. 1 marble is drawn from the bag. Calculate the probability that the marble is not green. Let the event A be having a green marble. So the event A dash will be having a marble which is not green. The probability of having a green marble is 7 over 12 because the total number of possible outcomes is same as the total number of marbles in the bag. The total number of marbles in the bag is 3 plus 2 plus 7, which is equal to 12. And probability of having a green marble is 7 over 12 because 7 is the number of favorable outcomes to the event, which is a green marble. In other words, we have 7 green marbles. Now, using the formula probability A dash equal to 1 minus probability of A, probability of A dash is probability of having a marble which is not green. So probability of having a marble which is not green is same as 1 minus probability of having a green marble, which is 7 over 12. So 1 minus 7 over 12 equal to 5 over 12. Number 2, the probability it will be a sunny day tomorrow is 0.4. You are asked to find the probability that it will not be a sunny day tomorrow. So let the event A be a sunny day. So definitely the event A dash is not a sunny day. Probability of having a sunny day is given as 0.4. We are going to use the formula probability A dash equal to 1 minus probability of A. Here, A dash will be probability not a sunny day, equal to 1 minus probability a sunny day, equal to 1 minus 0.4, because probability a sunny day is 0.4. 1 minus 0.4 is, of course, 0.6. So students, now I'm going to show to you some facts about probability. The probability of an event that is not in the sample space is 0. The sum of probabilities of all possible outcomes is always equal to 1. The probability of an event, let's say A, always lies between 0 and 1.
Both inclusive.
And the sum of the probability of an event with the probability of the complement of the event is always equal to 1. That's why we have the formula probability of A plus probability A dash equal to 1. And as I've shown to you how to use the formula as probability of A dash equal to 1 minus probability of A. Students, this diagram is called the probability scale. You have seen that if probability is 0, we are going to say that this event is impossible to occur. And if we have an answer for probability as 1, then we will be certain that the event will occur. If the probability is half, we are going to say that the event is equally likely to occur, that is, the chance to occur and not occur are same. And if the probability is half, we are going to say that the probability of the event to occur and not occur is same. Now, if we are obtaining an answer which is nearer to 0, we are going to say that the event is less likely to occur. And if the answer is nearer to number 1, we are going to say that the event is more likely to occur. So students, I'm now giving you some exercises for practice. Number 1, there are 3 red marbles, 2 blue marbles, and 5 green marbles in a bag. 1 marble is drawn from the bag. Calculate the probability that the marble is, first part blue, second part not green. Number 2, the probability that Yesha will be late for school tomorrow is 0.2. You are asked to find the probability that Yesha will not be late tomorrow. Number 3, a letter is chosen at random from the word probability. Find the probability that the letter is I. The letter is neither an A nor an R. The letter is S or B. And fourth part, not a vowel. Number 4, a multiple of 8 which is less than 100 is written down at random. State the probability that it is the least common multiple of 24 and 32. Second part, it is a multiple of 5. Third part, it is a factor of 36. Fourth part, it is an even number. Fifth part, it is a square number and a multiple of 4. So students, if you want to have some more information on this chapter, here are some useful links. So students, this program ends here. Remember that this video is the second part of a series of 2 videos based on the chapter probability. So see you soon for another chapter. Till then, bye.